Hello, everyone. Welcome back to KTV, Cassie's TV. And today we have a very special guest with us. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Eli. I started Next Wave Studios. We've got a production studio on the east side of Madison that we basically, there's two sides to it. So we rent out space to local artists or people that want to use the space, or we have a production team that has been doing advertising and shooting video.
All right. Thank you, Eli, for coming on today. First question. Where do you go for ideas and how do you draw inspiration?
I think they come out of thin air. Like I've got this thing where like an idea is just two other ideas that are put together, right? So like any idea is just two older ideas that have been put together in a new way, but like there's some kind of spark that hits for something. Like we'll sit, I've got a room in the back I haven't shown you, like a little editing kind of chill out room. So like when we have a client over, we'll kind of sit down and talk about what we want to do. And it's me and my creative lead pretty much sit down with the client and just kind of talk. It's like just talking until you can kind of see a picture of what you want to shoot and have a solid idea. So there's some kind of something that pops up and then we talk about it until it kind of gets figured out to where everybody's on board.
So like a casual conversation basically to help get them relaxed and stuff?
Yeah, so basically just like seeing where they're at. It starts with a lot of questions about what they need, if they've done video production before and what they liked and didn't like about the process, what they're trying to do. And we've been shooting we started off shooting music videos, so it was really cool because we can kind of get out there with the ideas and get outside the box and just do kind of weird stuff. I've got, there's a client that was like, we like what you're doing. Like, I want to shoot music videos. Like whenever you have something you want to do that's really weird or out there, like just call us up. So like, when I get those really crazy ideas, I call and we've got a spot for them. But
oh, that's cool. Let the creative minds like have their little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people usually work on the projects?
From pre-production to post, it's like I've got a pretty streamlined team. So like it consists of me. I've got my lead creative who also does editing, and then I've got a shooter. So pretty streamlined. I've got 3 people, and then we hire out as we need. Like bigger projects, I'll just 1099 basically. So basically just bring on people as we need them.
Done.
Biggest project was like we had an event that we did that I probably had 13, 14 people on, over the course of the day. It was like a longer shoot, so we had to like sub people out, but that was like a corporate video event that was kind of hellacious. Oh. But yeah, I prefer to do like kind of more streamlined stuff and break it up into chunks. Like if we're doing a video, we'll do some interviews out here and then do stuff in the field and kind of break it up into smaller pieces.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What are some unforeseen struggles and challenges?
From the get-go, no. It basically, so like my whole thing is like I grew up in Madison and kind of built this space myself, which is foolish and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but it was kind of what I had to do to keep it cost effective. So like I was working in New Orleans at the time in the film industry before COVID hit, and I would like come up here and kind of, once I got the place, work on it. But this whole place was like literally filled to the brim with like car parts from the 70s on that like, I think half the battle is just clearing it out and building the space. And then it always seems like there's always something that comes up, and it's really just how you deal with the problems presented. Because not to like ramble on or nothing, but like I do think that life is just all about how you solve problems.
I was gonna say, because when I was looking up the location, I was like, oh, well, I didn't realize it looked like a whole like garage or something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of dipped off. Like I kind of like it for now like that, because it's like we've been hosting events and doing stuff out here, and it is kind of unassuming from the front. Like it's like kind of what I loved about New Orleans. There's all these like beaten down facades that like open up to this expansive space, and I just love the heart of this place is like no one would know it looking from the street. It's kind of to me for now, it's kind of a selling point. It's like the obscurity and hidden gemness of it.
It's like a book where like you open it, that's when the magic happens, basically.
Yeah, 100%. It's like not about judging it by the cover. It's about the content that we're creating and what we're making, not about the facade of the building.
Yeah.
What is some valuable knowledge from your business?
Like
finding a job, man, be different than everybody else and have something to bring to the table. Everybody, like now it's so easy to do everything, man. It's like YouTube can tell you how to do anything, right? So like really like niching down and having one specific thing you're good at instead of like, oh, I'm good at video. Like okay, what are you, a camera operator? Do you edit? Do you do this? But like finding one thing that you love doing, and I guess sticking with that, and then being so proficient at that you add something to the team, and then they won't let you go. Like it was always like I would get on a job and make myself so useful that like they can't get rid of me. You know what I mean? Just be better than everyone else. Is that a tip? I don't know. No, just learn and keep doing what you love, and then try to get into doing that. But like, if it doesn't work at first, like go get a job as a barista or something while you're doing your art, you know?
Yeah.
Because I did that for the longest. I was like making music videos and short films and working other jobs to kind of fund it. But like, yeah, if you got the drive, you'll figure out how to find a way, you know?
Is this field work or skill-based?
For me, it might be different, but like I want someone that I can work with, that I can joke with, that I can like have a conversation with. So like I'll take somebody who is likable over somebody that is like the most technically proficient person ever, because like a lot of this stuff can be taught, not to be funny, but like once you're a camera operator, like you can learn different cameras, but like to be a likable person that I'd want to hang out with, you know what I mean? I think it's kind of the most important. That sounds dumb, but like obviously you have to be technically proficient to a certain point, but then after that, it's like I think you have to have a certain skill set to a certain point, but more than that, it's being affable and being able to work as a team.
Yeah, like a friend, like coworker sort of situation.
Yeah, coworker, and then like being able to work well with other people, like because there's always like, I mean, I've had people that have worked with us that I've had to let go because they're unprofessional. Like I have like bigger clients, and it's like people are cursing and like simple stuff, or like I don't know. It's getting off track from the question, but like I do think once you get to a certain skill set, I think there's other things that come in before you do the work.
What skills do you wish you worked on that you know now?
I think like we were talking about before, like the business skill set, I think was something that I underestimated. Like to me, doing videos is fun. Like I do, like my whole thing is like, if I can learn something and enjoy it, then it's not really learning like school. I don't know how to put it, but like, if it's something I enjoy, it seems like not work. It seems like fun. So like all the video stuff, audio stuff I've been doing forever just as a hobby, and I guess it's fun. So like that stuff I had to head down, but I think like, I guess like business side of stuff is what I would have probably put more time into.
Yeah, you just need a like happy like mix of like artistic and then like business swap, basically.
That's what I would say.
What advice would you give for steps to move up in the field?
Keep pushing, man. I think like it's all about consistency. So like moving up is like, if you do good work and people like you, you kind of move up. Like show up, do good work, be likable. That's kind of it. And then you move up, right? Like that's kind of all there is to it. But like it gets hard. It's easier said than done to have consistency with all that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know? Especially with like weather and stuff sometimes, or like,
yeah,
you know.
I'm not saying anything funny. I just mean like, just being able to like show up and put into work consistently, like you're always going to step up and get better over time. So it's like, that's the real thing, is like not to, it sounds cliche, but like just not to give up and just keep doing what you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
That's how you get it.
What look should a portfolio look like, or how big should like a portfolio be?
I personally am like leaning towards shorter portfolios now, because people have no attention span anymore. So like I make a portfolio that's 30 to 45 seconds because everybody's on Instagram and is like hitting a dopamine button so much that they can't look at something for that long. So like I'm more about like, just show me the best stuff you got quick and wow. Like if you can make someone like go wow within the first 10 seconds and then hold their attention for a little bit, like that's a better showcase than like dragging on long shots of stuff you've done for, you know what I mean? Like the same project, like picking the same stuff, like just, I'm more about bam, hit it real quick and make it impressive, and then you're good. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the attention spans are like very short now.
100%, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I really, it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes, because
how prepared do you get for the outcomes you want?
I think like anything else in my mind, like everything is preparation. So like pre-production is like 80%. Like when I get on set, I should be having fun and know that everything is like already done kind of in a way.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to be like scrambling on set and be like, worried about, oh, we didn't have this, like what we could get this shot or that shot. Like it should already all be locked in.
Like all locked in. So like pre-production should be like.
Pre-production should have everything out of the way where like when I get on set, I should be able to like have fun and like just do the job instead of like worrying about stuff that we should have thought about before, you know?
Yeah.
So I
makes
think,
it easier for like right now and then also like post-production,
yeah,
you know?
100%. So like if I'm the one editing, like I want to be sure I got everything, you know what I mean? Instead of like scrambling to, oh, we got to do a reshoot because I didn't have this shot or whatever. It's like, to me, and not just with film, but everything else, I think pre-production and like planning is the most important thing.
What are the fundamental elements of a shoot day?
Shoot day, first off, we got coffee. So like make sure you get all the coffee ready. But no, it's getting there, getting everything set up. So like it's a long day, but it's really fun if everything goes smooth and everyone's in a good mood. So I try to keep things as like light as possible. Like to me, it's the whole thing about preparation. So like if we've got everything prepared, we should be able to just have a good time. But it is a lot of like just getting everything set up to begin with, making sure levels are right, white balance, getting everything light. I think lighting is really like the most, to me, like one of the most important things. So like we spend a lot of time making sure we got the right lighting. And then make sure everyone's in a good mood. And then making sure that we got everything. So it's like, I like to have just a shot list and be able to go through, make sure I got all my shots and then just catch B-roll after the fact. Cause like I catch my B-roll after, cause if I'm doing interviews or something, like someone will say something and I'll kind of in my mind have like an idea of what the story will be. And so like we can use what they've said to be able to catch B-roll that's like relevant, you know? So we should shoot B-roll after.
Oh yeah, definitely. It makes it a bit easier just to have like a plan basically after the fact. Cause it's like, oh, they said this one thing, so I should probably do this.
Yeah, totally. So like, that's it. But it's just a matter of like getting everything set up, like technical sides, right? Like if everything's set up technically, and we've got our plan is good, then shoot days usually run pretty smooth in theory.
Yeah.
But like it never actually works like that. But that's
there's probably gonna be like some sort of like
there's always
thing.
like a airplane flies by or someone drops a light or something breaks or we need 50 umbrellas and we got to go buy them or, just random stuff.
Just random. Yeah.
What are some of your favorite moments at work?
My favorite moments are like when it clicks, like when we're like editing and you can't figure something out or like, man, we should have got this, but then like you put it together and it works and you get that feeling that's like, oh man, that's perfect. Or like, say you get the perfect pickup shot. Like I really enjoy like when a plan comes together. So like when you get the perfect thing and it melds and like it all works, like I enjoy that, obviously. But I also like the fact that like out here I get to meet all kind of people. Like it's really like, I don't think I could do a desk job. So like, I really do think that like having the variety of having all these different people that I get to work with, I think is probably my favorite part overall.
Yeah, you said you work with a lot of people. What are like the craziest like projects you probably done that were like, oh my God, this is the best?
Out here, we've done, and when we started, it was a lot of music videos and people doing just kind of crazy stuff with that. I think as far as like the craziest project we had worked with UW Provisions, which like that place is amazing. That's like basically they ship all the meat out to like the whole Midwest. It was like just insane. Like I didn't realize like how big their facility was, but like just seeing that was wild. But I don't know, nothing, just a bunch of crazy rappers, I guess. It's like the most like, let me think for a second. Like there's nothing, people always want to do some crazy stuff, but we had some dude suspended from the rafters like a marionette puppet. I don't know. We had faked that, but like I'm trying to think of something really crazy. You're talking about that we did in here?
Yeah, that sounds pretty crazy.
That's it. Yeah. So like we had some dude suspended that was like he wanted to look like a marionette puppet, so we had like run strings and did all of that. It was
you didn't have them like suspended in the air, right? Or did you?
No, we faked it. Like we did it with the green screen, but like we had like run. I don't trust this old building, I'll be honest with you. I was like, I don't think we can do it. But no, we've done cool stuff with the green screen. We had the UW Badger Film Group came out here and they were doing this cool thing where like some guy was supposed to be falling through his psyche. So like they wanted a image of a man falling through space basically. So like we figured out like, we covered a table in green screen and then we had the green screen in the background and he was like on his back. We had a leaf blower blowing his hair. And then like when they showed me the final footage, it looked so good. Like he was falling through his like Dante's Inferno of whatever.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite lightings? Do you use colorful ones or do you use regular ones? What's the secret?
Yeah, I do like color. So like my whole thing is like I do think that the world has gone gray over the last 20 years or something, and I do think there needs to be some color brought back to life. But like I don't think there's a specific lighting technique that I like or anything. But I do think like I'm into vibrant, like flashing. Like A24 does a lot of like that colorful lighting, and I think it's what the world needs right now. I think things have been kind of gray, so I think bringing back some light to art is necessary. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say A24 is a really good like not example, but I like the company and like the
yeah,
movies they make.
they're doing cool stuff. I do think like there's a couple people pushing the bounds of like what is going on right now, and that's kind of what I'm into, is like the thinking outside the box and kind of getting away from stuff that's been done forever. Like you could learn 3-point lighting, but then knowing when to break it or like do dramatic, like to be able to like, I guess, learn something and then break it. I enjoy people messing with the structure of things.
Thank you, Eli, so much for this interview. If you all would like to see more information about him, go on nextwavestudio.com. Anyway, that's all, folks. I'll see you all next time on KTV. See you around.